Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. You know what? I had so much fun on the last run. That was one hell of a sibilant S. What the hell happened there? Just had a drink. Maybe that interrupted my vocals somehow. I had a fun run on the last run. Let's play it again. Random. I think maybe I had a fun run on the last run because it was such an easy, powerful run. But still, let's do it up. Primary Awoken Exile, Wormkin Exile means Wildenton. We have 2 Regen 5 consumes, restoring retreat and a hosting kin. This might be one of the best starts I've ever seen. Now let's also pay attention. Talos, armor on Slay is meaningless. Fell, Rage is highly annoying. But I absolutely love this start because if we can descend everything behind Wildenton, we can't lose. Regen restores double health, or first time each turn a friendly unit is healed, draw 1. Well, we only have 3 healing cards, so that's not going to be amazing. However, I do love regen restoring more because now those regens are essentially regen 10. It's actually a rather powerful upgrade, and if we can build a frontline tank, this will be extremely great. Ugosima says, I've never played Monster Train, I have no idea what's going on. You'll figure it out sooner or later if you have a, if you have played any Slay the Spire or any other, you know, virtual card-based games, you'll figure it out. You draw cards, you play cards. Summon Incant. Plus a lot of HP. I'm leaning towards Thornlord, if you can believe that or not, but the Strangler is also amazing. Sweep Root means if we can get this with the quick upgrade as well, we can wipe out entire floors and keep them around for longer, which is powerful but also dangerous. Let me look at Thornlord and Strangler real quick. With Thornlord, our boss, our Wildenton, will eventually get up to 100 HP, which is a really big tank. The Sweep Root plus Quick is not as good. What do you do here? This is an interesting one. What do you do here? Man, Sweep Root is really good. It's actually really good if you can put it on the top floor, weaken enemies, and then have them die, but with the Descend card, we're not gonna be doing that. We're gonna be playing Wildenton on the bottom floor because we need the capacity behind him for a unit, and then we can descend behind him. So a tank might be for the best. We've got regen, we can add in more healing cards into the deck, but I love Sweep Strike Root. It's so good for sweeping. I'm gonna take Sweep Strike Root. We're gonna take the gold. I think I will. I wanna have the ability to upgrade at the next shop. So, our boss, our Wildenton, has the ability to hit all the enemies at once and do 10 damage, and also lock them in place so that they stick around for longer. And you know what, we can also buff his damage just by playing the freaking root seeds anyways. So what we can do, but he's not quick. Right, so what we can do is buff his damage. And then later, when we get our next upgrade, maybe we can give him a quickness. And then if we give him a quickness, he's freaking unstoppable. Because with quickness, he'll attack all the enemies, kill the weak backline enemies, we can buff him with the root seeds, and he's gonna freaking ball out of control. And now we have this regen on him, so he is a fantastic tank as well. In fact, he's healing for like 18 every turn. I'm just gonna weaken you. So yeah, I'm just going to ice you. Hit you. This is kind of I mean, with the added value of the regens, we can sustain for quite a significant length of time on any fight like this. I actually like this build so far. And we don't need Wildenton to be a tank. We can have a different unit tank if we get something else. We might need capacity to make it work, but let's see. Dude, honestly. Oh, but we don't need, if we get quick, we don't need spikes. The infusion on Steel Enhancer is also great, but I think we just want regen for healing. We get so much value thanks to the bloating fungus. +3/+3 is pretty good. What is going on, says Hugo Sima. Yes, I've played Spire. Basically, it's Slay the Spire meets Artifact, that game by Valve that everyone hated. You have 3 different layers of your train. Enemies appear, they move up every turn, and you have to defeat them before they hit the top. I'll go over it in more detail in a second, but as for the card that we add to our deck, this is a +3/+3 buff. This is a heal over time, and this is extra damage and extra spikes. I kind of want to take the 3/3 buff, but I think I'm going to go for the regen since we have a relic that makes the regens better. As for this, I really like return a spell card from the discard pile to your hand and imply infuse -1 and consume. So for free, we can bring back any card we want, including like a, well, these are consuming. We can bring back like a root seeds. Yeah, I think I like this. Return Soul is a nice card to have. It allows you to keep replaying cards that are good. Wormkin unit or Awoken unit? I feel like we should go Awoken units. Large stone, +25 HP, +3 per shard. So we can upgrade our units. Now let's check out the units. I mean, Awoken Hollow is a very good tank. Rejuvenate, Cultivate 2, Summon, gain 60 max health. Weak early, but like what about a large stone Awoken Hollow with 25 HP in the front? Seems pretty good. Get an artifact for 15. Honestly, +3 magic power. The first time each battle a card with consume is played, add 2 copies to your hand. Yo, that's pretty good. It's either gonna give us Hostingkins for free, or a free whatever we want, or a free sap. That seems really nice. X +3 doesn't matter, we don't have an X cost card, and magic power will make Echo Breaks do 3 more damage. I'd rather get more consumes. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna make an insanely large Awoken Hollow tank. Now, is it good? Not really, but it's interesting. So our Awoken Hollow is just an insanely powerful tank for us now. We can totally do +4 damage. Our tank has 85 HP. It has actually 150 HP. And if we get lucky, we can descend Wildenton behind him, which would be the ideal case scenario. So I'm gonna play, actually, I'm gonna let them move up so that I can kill the Collector. We're gonna play like this. And then we give this guy +5 regen, and then we give this guy +5 regen. So he's healing for 20 +2 every turn. All right. You're dead. We're not quite killing this guy, so I think I'm just gonna ice him. We're still healing more than we're taking off of this fight. Returned Soul. Infuse -1 and consume. Ugosima, have a good evening. Good night. Thanks for being here. Oh, that's the consume pile. So we could bring back a sap or root seeds. The descend is still in our draw pile. I mean, if I bring back Echo Break, we can kill the foot soldier and avoid taking 26 damage on the next floor, but we gotta kill this guy somehow. A train steward and a buff Gets us to 17 damage, which is not quite what we want. Another root seeds would do it, but then this guy's gonna make it up. I mean, if he makes it up, he makes it up, right? We have good spells coming up next turn. 2 hosting kins and restoring retreat, ideally. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This guy's so big. Like, how do we kill you? Infuse -1 and consume. So if we returned soul, echo break, and root seeds, that'd be 1, 2, 3 damage, or 5 damage. Okay, I mean we can kill you. We can kill you. I wish it was slightly different, but it'll work. So now you're dead, and then let's keep rolling. Actually, let's just put the sap on you so you can guaranteed survive on the next turn. Actually, are you gonna guaranteed survive on the next turn? I don't know, but we got what we needed, which was hosting kin. So now you're dead. I wish I could play Restoring Retreat on you to bring you down on this floor, but we gotta make sure that this guy dies, but he's dead next turn. I don't think there's a way that this boss is making it past us. We just do so much, we have so much HP and we do so much damage. So what I'm gonna do instead is just buff, and then put out a unit to die so I don't draw it next turn. And you're dead, but also, now it's a lot easier. And now we have our sweeper down. We drew Wildington on like the correct turn. And Wildington's getting buffed because he's getting the cultivation trigger from the tank. All right, so it worked. Oh my God, why not? Ooh, clink. Why not take another regen? We're filling our deck with them, but they're a good card. And in fact, I'm like, dude, take another hosting kin. These are great cards for killing enemies. We might just go for card draw on the next fight. Plus 15, +1 inspire, +2 armor 2. I don't like Shard Soul Carver. It's too big. It's too big of a unit. The other one I think is better, the one that gives +1/+1 or +2/+2 or something like that on every inspiration. Because this one only buffs himself. Maybe we should have taken, I don't know. Because if we took the Quick Animus, we could have put it inside of the Shattered Shell, but we can always get Quick. I like, I mean, if we get Quick, it's nice, but we can get Quick on our champion. Who is, wait, they're a, I'm dumb. We didn't need to kill the enemies on the top floor because Wildington would have kept them there. I gotta remind myself of that fact. This is a tough one. I actually don't know if I take anything here. I don't really like any of these units. Summon 2 Bogflies, oh fantastic. Inspire +2 and armor 2, it's pretty terrible. What's coming up next? Awoken Banner, Hellvent, duplicate a card? Or upgrade spells. We have a lot of money, we could upgrade spells, but like, what do we duplicate? We probably duplicate Restoring Retreat to make sure it's, you know, playable. Duplicate Return Soul. Could duplicate the Awoken Hollow. Put him inside of himself so he cultivates +2, +4/+4. I mean, it's not a bad idea, actually. Sorry, I'm taking a lot of time on this, but this is an important choice. I tell you what, we should take something. I'm gonna take the Shattered Shell because a quick upgrade is worth a lot. Choose a divine artifact. We can either take 25 gold or an artifact. Third card, draw 2. Steward units are +10/+10 damage, shield 4, multi-strike 2, 30 armor. Just give me the good train stewards. I'd rather take this than 25 gold because it allows me to be a little bit more aggressive with taking pact shards. And I think I want another unit. I'm looking for good units. Let's see what we get. Another hollow. Well, now what's interesting is we can actually meld this hollow into a hollow. In fact, we could put this thorn hollow inside of the thorn hollow so it gets spikes naturally. But ideally, we're going to be killing units with sweep if we can draw into that. And we have a lot of healing in the deck in the form of regen. So I kind of like taking a hollow, melding the hollow, and then duplicating a card. This is also like very terrible, but I don't know, it's kind of interesting. We'll have no other good units, but we'll have one great tank. Dude, honestly, freaking go for it. Check out the caverns. Maybe we can upgrade something. Oh my god! Yes, we want the spike driver colonies. Now I'm tempted to like put a hollow inside of the spike driver, because we can meld right now. I don't really want them to be rejuvenate, but +15/+15 makes them a lot stronger. Why they good? They good because when you upgrade them, you can duplicate them infinitely. And you can fill your deck with 1 capacity multi-strike units that are very powerful. So in fact, I actually think I will put the hollow inside of them. I can dupe the hollow and then put a hollow in a hollow, but the hollow is fine on its own. We don't need the hollow to be duplicated right now. We can put a train steward in him, but that's a little bit of a waste. Wait, what happens if, what's the spike driver unit meld? Hold on. I gotta look at the logbook. Spike drivers, it is a clanless unit. +1/+1 and endless. So we could make a unit endless, which is not that useful for us. So we should put something in the spike drivers, not the other way around. I don't have a unit that I care if it dies. We could also take automatic rail spikes. It looks like we have not won with this, but the units are more interesting for sure. I think I'm just gonna take the spike drivers because I like them. And we do kind of need more units anyways, so. If we do put the Awoken Hollow inside of them, it will make them 2 capacity instead of 1 capacity, but I think I'm okay with that. It makes them 30 damage, 15 HP units. And we can still upgrade it as we go. In fact, next is a, let me look at the map. Yeah, there's a Merchant of Steel next and we got a lot of cash. We're gonna upgrade these units at that point. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because we can certainly keep upgrading them. But I would much rather them be 1 pip capacity, but we're gonna rely on the Descends anyways, so go ahead and do it. It's a freaking big little spike driver thing. Intrinsic. We could get 3 free regens if we make this 0. If I make Hostingkin 0, it's 3 free Hostingkins on turn 1. Return Soul can bring us back anything we want on turn 1. Restoring Retreat means we could, you know, that's actually very tempting. Can I make it cheap? No, but I can give something +30 magic power, which is not good. But we can guaranteed turn 1 put the champion and our tank down on the same floor. I think we actually do want to upgrade this. This is a weird build that we're building, but I actually think it can work. I think it can work. Now, what do we duplicate? We're not going to duplicate the spike driver. We're going to upgrade it. What we should duplicate is returned soul so that we can get the descend quickly after the first time it's played. Now, we have 60 pact shards. That's pretty rough, but we've got very good train stewards for the next combat. This, and freaking Talos is probably going to have like multi-strike, 15 damage or something like that. No multi-strike, but rage and 15 damage, but it's actually only 11 damage. So here's the idea. We didn't draw what we wanted because we have a shattered shell that needs to be removed from the deck. That's fine. We're not quick either. That's fine. So we're gonna play on the top and descend later. I'm not even gonna play the spike driver. I don't want it to die, which means I guess I'm not really playing anything. Kind of a bad draw, but this is exactly what I wanted. Awoken Hollow. Oh my God, I just realized we're gonna get another, we're gonna get more Restoring Retreats. Instead of that, why don't we duplicate the Hosting Kin? We get more copies of it in our deck. Then we can descend our champion. Oh no, you're getting 25 armor, who cares? I will kill anything that's a big bad unit. I can return soul a sap, which will heal us, and then it doesn't matter what we do, so I'm just gonna play this here. So the second floor is gonna be our bottleneck. And we're relying basically entirely on... That's not fantastic, we can do it like this. Actually, we're not relying entirely on this floor to do the job because we have train stewards. We can always bring them down later. We can even put them up front here just to wipe these guys. But our only heals are regens, which is not amazing, but whatever. You have other train stewards? We do. Okay, so I'm gonna put these two train stewards down here. They're doing a lot of damage. I will wipe you to save me a little bit of HP. I will wipe you. Again, these train stewards are gonna get me out of this fight, basically. We'll play the train stewards later. We can play them on the top floor at the end. More regen. Hosting Kin. Move a unit to the back. Everything here is dying, so I don't really want to Hosting Kin anything. Why are you guys dying? Oh, because you're not killing my steward, but the steward is exploding. Okay, well. Waves remaining one. Might as well hit you with this. Final wave of the train steward in front. You're taking 555 damage. All right, we're gonna be fine. We got a lot to do next upgrade though. We need to upgrade the spider tanks and make them playable, for sure. We need to upgrade spells at some point as well, but I don't know when we're gonna be able to do that. We just need to find a good shop. We don't do a lot of damage right now. I'm relying on the spider tanks to do the damage though. I don't think we need any of these. We're not building into Wormkin, clearly. Extract -666 could be interesting, but I'm just gonna skip. I need to thin out the deck, not add more to it. And additionally, you know, these are okay units, but they're not good enough for me. Admittedly, I would have preferred, I think, to have Shard Soul Carver and put this inside of the spider tanks, but you know, what's done is done. Energy, draw, or capacity. If we have descends, capacity is not really a problem. Energy is a problem and draw is a problem, but energy means we can play more root seeds. We'll take draw next if we need to. Okay, we're gonna go left, we're gonna upgrade units. We have to. Endless, plus 10 in spikes, plus 3 attack per. These are not good upgrades, and in fact, I think I'm just gonna re-roll immediately. Well, we can make really big spike drivers, which is very tempting. Like, we would be completely reliant on Descends, and we only have like one of them in the deck, but it can still do a lot of damage on its own. It would be an incredible tank. Or I could give it plus 10, plus 25 instead of large stone. But the large stone, I mean, I can't play this unit anywhere if I make it large. It's too big. I've made that mistake far too many times in this game, taking big units. It's very tempting though. It's kind of hilariously tempting. I mean, they cultivate themselves, so maybe just allowing more of them to be on a floor is better and giving them more HP. The largest of spiders. They're gonna be freaking huge. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna make them tankier because they buff themselves if they live. How many orbs per floor? 5 capacity right now. Actually, Shattered Shell needs to go. We need to make sure that our turn 1 draw is exactly what we want it to be. And we do have Sweep Quick, so backline support units are gonna die a lot faster now. And we have Rooting, which is gonna help us a lot too. I mean, I really like the run that we have kind of constructed right now. Just need to roll Small Stone. It's true. Enemies having 25 or 15 armor does not matter. What we need actually is a renewable healing card. I only have regen, which is not enough in the long term. We gotta add something else eventually. But this is our ideal turn 1, essentially. Awoken Hollow, Wildenton, Descend. It's why this card is intrinsic. Now we're quick. There's a reason I'm not playing that either. We need to regen. I would have preferred to have kept the consume artifact for the Descend if we could replay it, but I'll do it like this. This is fine. So we're gonna buff our sweeper. Train stewards can just kind of go out to die, I suppose, but I'd like to have room for the Descend on the huge ass spike driver, which we need to kill, by the way. We need to kill these spike drivers so that we can buff them in the future. I don't know when the hell we're gonna do that. We don't even have the spike driver in hand yet. So I'm just going to heal up. Now we're healing for 42 every turn. We're gonna make this cheaper for the future. Who's living? You're living, so you get hit. Buff. Now how can I can kill you. I can kill the spike driver colony, I think. It's gonna be this. Descend. Deal damage and move a unit to the back. Oh, it doesn't pull them forward, it only pushes them to the back. But I've got another hosting kin, so I'm gonna push Wildenton. How much damage are we taking? 10? It's funny, I could push the tank to the back, but then Wildenton's gonna be tanking. I don't know, maybe we just push Wildenton to the back, and then maybe we can push the Hollow to the back later. I don't know. This is weird. By the way, it's the boss. Well, it didn't work, clearly. But, you know, whatever, the fight's over. I mean, one spider tank, we'll upgrade it eventually. What we should do is we should play Wildenton and the tank on the middle floor. The bottom floor is spider tank. Yes, we need more Descends. Because what we need to do is we need to I don't know. We need to kill the tank over 2 combats so that we can get 4 of them so that they get upgraded. Because they'll get upgraded again if we get 4 of them in the deck. Gain an energy per shard. Return 3 random spells from the discard to your hand and apply consume. I don't really care if spells consume, so it's not a bad idea, I think, to take this. It doesn't make them cheaper, though, so maybe we ignore this. Infuse, consume, apply Reap 13. Probably ignore that as well. Just learned how to use Descend, thanks. You always want to be descending if you can. So we don't need unit upgrades. We only have 2 units in the deck, so I don't care about upgrading them. Do we want to duplicate something? We could duplicate another Return Soul, so we can keep bringing back cards, thin out the deck a little bit. I kind of like the idea of the Caverns event, though, but what are we going to do with our money? Remove cards? I guess. But there's free removal over here. Soul Cripple was not gilded, though. I don't really care about gilding all the cards. Do it eventually. We need to go to spell upgrades for sure. And then probably spell upgrades again. And then probably spell upgrades again. There's 4 Divine Temples from here until the end of the game. Concealed Caverns could give us some really good stuff, though. Raw Egg, welcome back. Thank you for the resub, and how's it going? Connie says, test. Wow, damn, my VPN finally works with Twitch chat. Good to hear from you. Guess who's back? Disposable says, I'm guessing you. So we don't need to upgrade units. I want to hit the Cavern, but you probably get more value for the Hell Vent. You almost certainly get more value from the Hell Vent. Yeah. Remove 2 cards for free, save your cash. We got so much money, though. We could get even more money. Again, sorry for taking a moment for this, but this is a tricky call. It's a very tricky call. I think I'm gonna... Don't need to kill the spider if you just hell vent it. I mean, I guess that is technically true, but I'm thinking more of hell venting restoring retreats or returned souls so we can get these back faster. So I'm gonna go to the right. I think it's just more value because we can immediately remove the train stewards, which we don't need in the deck at all. And we can add, well, let's look at this first. Create a spell that costs -2. Yeah, okay, I think that's worth it. And then do you dupe it? I don't think you need to dupe it, but having 2 of them in the deck means you can pull them back via returned soul. So why not dupe it? It's gonna mess up your turn 1 hand, but we can take card draw after this so we can get more draw into the deck. And we want to do that anyways for the root seeds. All right, I like it, I like it. Spikes 4. That shouldn't matter much. Well, it's gonna hurt our champion quite significantly, but we're not gonna play the champion on the bottom. We're gonna play him in the middle now. Spike tanks, or spider tanks, are gonna be on the bottom. So we drew 3 restoring retreats. Not what I had in mind, but on the bright side, we'll have them for later. So that's what we want. In fact, we should have played on the top floor so we could have healed by an extra 10. Whatever. So Spike Tank comes out, we need it to come out and die. The first consume card is gonna get multiple copies added. I want you to die. I want you to heal. I want you to heal again. Units are gonna get stuck on the middle floor a little bit, but that's okay. I also do want 1 heal on the champion because he is sweeping. Who should we kill here? Well, let's buff you. We're quick. I'd still rather not take the 4 spike damage, but it's probably worth more just to like, you know, just smack one of these guys to keep them dying a little bit faster. In fact, you know what? Echo break you. You're all gonna get armor. Echo break you. Didn't kill you? You know what? There you go. These enemies are really gonna get stuck on this floor, but the idea is that we'll be able to deal with them. Return a card to your hand. Dude, we need to get these spider tanks upgraded, like, now. We don't have a lot of cards. Let's wipe you. Wow, oh my god, they're all getting stuck and gaining a lot of armor every turn. Oh no. Oh, this is a little scary. A little more scary than I thought it was gonna be, actually. So we should probably hit you as hard as we can. Now, 3 units are dying because of the sweep. We need to buff the sweeper to counteract all the armor gain that's happening. We're currently gaining 8 cards next turn. Let's wipe you. Now we're living and we're doing damage, which is great. We are going to lay this down here, return a card to our hand. Should probably just keep bringing back the root seeds and keep buffing our damage. But the enemies are getting so much armor now every turn. It's a little scary. And our champion is dying because of all of the spike damage. I bet if we kill 1 unit, we will live. So I bet if I play 2 echo breaks on you, that'll be enough. Yeah, now we're only taking 6 damage. I'm gonna give you a little regen though. I don't know if we have like enough power to kill the boss right now because of the fact that you've got so much regen or so many turns of stealth, but looking at it, we actually have enough regen to out-sustain you, so I think we'll actually be perfectly okay. Just gonna buff, 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 smack. There's like literally nothing else to do. You're also gonna get a little bit of armor off of this, which is kind of, you know, scary, but we have so much regen. You're screwed. We're gaining 46 HP just off of the triggers from the heal as well. So we're just gonna, well, heal. We're gonna bring it back, heal, heal, bring it back, heal, buff, smack, smack. All right. We need more regen though, like we actually do. We need to get more regen in this deck because the only healing we have is regen. It's kind of interesting. Conscription Notice is actually pretty okay. +10, +10, -1, and -1 on a random unit when we play our champion. We do not need another Restoring Retreat. We do not need Edge Prior. We do not need Ensnare. Skip. Infuse, Extract, deal 5 damage twice on Slay, Fill. Return 3 random spell cards from the discard to your hand and apply Consume. I don't care. I also don't really care about Revenge of the Damned. I don't need targeted damage that much, and we have targeted damage spells in the deck that are free. I think we skip this as well. I don't want to add much to the deck. I just want to be able to kill my spike tanks one more time. We need to upgrade spells. Do we? We could also just go for card removal and relics, but I would like to upgrade spells. We could save our money for relics in the last shop. Why do we need to upgrade spells? Double stack would be nice on these. Holdover, we don't need holdover on Restoring Retreat. Holdover on Return Soul would be good. Plus damage on the Echo Breaks, yeah. Maybe you just go to buy some trinkets. I don't know what kind of trinkets we would be looking for is the only thing. We're definitely gonna go here for the upgrade spell Concealed Cavern next time. Probably again here and then buy trinkets. But we're gonna get a lot more gold between now and then. I don't know what we need. Like, I don't know what kind of trinkets would help us out here. The only spells that I really want are like double stack on the freaking regen, so we get more regen, or like holdover restoring retreat is 10 health every turn, but it's not good on its own because it's too expensive. Holdover on return soul could also be very good because we can bring cards back every turn that we want, spells back rather. Hey Quark, welcome to the stream. Happy Saturday indeed. Happy snacker day. And we get a free relic for going over here. This is a classic overanalyzation by Abe that'll probably turn out to be completely unnecessary, but let me look at some of these trinkets. Buff to the champion, draw more cards, spells get an extra upgrade slot. Ascend or descend units of applied days, gain energy on the first turn of combat, mallet, consume, blights. At the start of battle, summon 4 random units from your deck onto the middle floor. Would actually be not that bad. Friendly units get +5 attack, who cares? Play your third card, draw 1 is good. Stings are better, add a Vine Grasp every turn. Friendly unit gets +5 every turn. Emblem of the Exiles is amazing. Better spikes. Rooting. A sting every turn would be okay, and then for here, it's all just like shell. I think I'd go and upgrade spells. I don't see good relics mattering that much. I feel like the spell upgrades would matter more. We're about to fight Fel. Yeah. Stings are better. Pyre gets armor. I mean, we have literally no stings, so sure, I'll take armor. Upgrade a spell to gain holdover. It's exactly what we wanted on Return Soul, so we'll take it. +10 magic power. I mean, Restoring Retreat can be like a one-off heal, but I think a damaging Echo Break would be better, or maybe even a damaging Hosting Kin. We'll make the Restoring Retreat cheaper regardless. Permafrost. I don't know, Permafrost holdover return soul so that we always have it literally every turn. Create a spell that costs -1. Sure. +10 magic power. Sure. I don't know. Did we necessarily make the deck a lot better? I don't really feel like we did, but you know, we made the deck a little better. Rage sucks, and we should play on the bottom, but I'm not going to so I can kill my spider tanks. We're gonna play on the middle floor, which admittedly is a little dangerous, but. Lady of the House, Burnout 3, 45, 40, 45, 55. So it's gonna live for 1 turn and then die. Well, I mean, sure. And then we'll just stack up the regen. Regen with Echo Seedling is gonna be very, very important. If we can intrinsic a regen and give it like +10, or sorry, double stack, that would be for the best, but that's kind of hard to do. Well, I can do 1 damage. 1 damage. I think we just stack up. Consume. Consume. And we're quick, so you're already dead. I guess you just hit the boss. Our tank is already at full health, and it's buffing the champion by +2/+2 every turn. This guy's annoying with his sweep rage gain nonsense, for sure. I kind of feel like I should just hit him a bunch. And hit him again. And we'll just keep buffing our sweeper. And then honestly, like, let's heal you for 10 so that you take 31. Where's my spider tanks? There they are. Now, if they get hit, I really don't care. Oh no. You're stuck here anyways. I'll just hit you, I guess. We need the spider tanks to die, and then they're gonna go up on the top floor and be descended later. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna play you up here, and then we're gonna start descending this spider tank. We can get him to the bottom floor in a couple of turns actually pretty easily. You gain armor 10, but you're dead anyway, so but we're gonna play others. It doesn't matter. I'll do it up here then. Do it here. Because then we can bring back, you know, any one of these restoring retreats and just play it for free now. And then we can play it again later and then descend it to the bottom where it's gonna die. We could let it stay up there, admittedly, but I kind of want to just kill it. The boss isn't gonna get past 26 regen. Yeah, so I'm just gonna descend it. These units are gonna live a lot longer, sure, whatever. Doing 36 damage, guess what? We just wanna keep buffing you as much as possible. So what I'm going to do is bring back the root seeds again to keep buffing. We're doing 80 damage per turn, which is really not that much on that floor, but again, we do have 24 regen, which is pretty significant. Actually, you know what we should do? We should descend now to go behind the spider tanks. But we need to make sure that they die. Are they gonna die if we descend? They might not. But are we gonna kill the boss if they descend? I mean, we heal 40 every turn. What's your damage? You have multi-strike too, oh God. Maybe we should descend now. Restoring retreat, return soul, restoring retreat. We would go behind spike driver colonies. You know what? You would all live to make it to the next floor though, which is a little dangerous, but if we don't kill the boss on the bottom floor, we're freaking dead anyways, so. We'll buff the crap out of you, and we can, in fact, just freaking do it again. So give me another restoring retreat. You're the most annoying. You don't do the most damage though, but the other guys can die to like one spell. Let's bring you down, so you die down here. We're just gonna make a big bottom floor stand. Okay, we're not killing the boss, which makes me feel really good about making a bottom floor stand, because apparently we needed it. This is very dangerous though. We have to keep buffing. 1426. 1450. I think we lost. If we can't kill the boss on this floor, we're dead. We're not gonna be able to win. The attempted strategy, I think, failed. Wait, they're in the discard pile. We can still play spike tanks. So the pyre's gonna take a hit. Dude, the freaking pyre shard's buffing the crap out of this boss every turn. Oh, but no, we're gonna draw them next turn. They're gonna go on the top floor. We might still be able to do this. What do we do on this turn? We have a very thin deck. We need to play Echo Breaks. I need to draw next turn. How do we draw guaranteed those two cards next turn? We play one Root Seeds, which means I have to buff you. That should work. I'm not gonna buff the crap out of you. Instead, let's... I have to play this here. Now we're guaranteed to draw what we need. It's still not exactly a guarantee that we'll live. However, I have not enough Floor, why are you not getting hit at all? Oh, because this thing is not even dead. We don't have the floor capacity. They're too big. They're too big. I think we've lost, unfortunately. Hold up. Buff you. Now you're taking 70. Now you're taking. Now you're dying. Okay. The large stone. If we could have played them both on the top floor, that would have been enough. But also, you know, that was me going a little heavy into the packed shards early. I tend not to do that for that exact reason, because Fell in particular gets an absurd damage bonus. Normally they do, I mean, in the base game, they do 20 damage. This Fell was doing 58 damage every turn. And we just didn't have enough regen. I hate to say it, we just needed more sap. One more sap may have done it, but we even had an additional 2 thanks to the Echo Seedling. We just needed more regen. That's what we needed. If we put the freaking spider tanks behind our tanks, it could have worked as well. But I was really hoping that we would be able to still win and then buff them and then play them on the next combat. Not quite a win, unfortunately, because this was a very strong start, I feel like. But we just didn't do enough damage, you know? We were relying entirely on the tanks, sweep, quick, root, and then spike drivers, which never materialized fast enough. Disappointing, but still a fun run.